I 100% feel like a pioneer as I'm building. I mean, this is what they did. I mean, I have to combat the horse flies and the mosquitoes just like I'm sure they had to, and the wind. I don't know how they didn't go crazy. Some of them probably did. And then to think they like moved every 2 years. This is good enough for me. I'm gonna hang out for a while. It's enough building. Been making some progress on the shed. I'm gonna show you guys. So I got all the windows trimmed. And that took some time. Obviously they're not 100% square. So painting, I wanted to go gray. I was a little afraid gray might be like too dark, so I kind of chickened out a little bit, got a lighter gray. Turned out to be pretty blue. This looked like gray, and it's a little more bluish gray. So I'm just like, that's cool. Kind of had to do a quick pivot and find stuff that matches blue, but we were gonna do white for the trim anyway, so that worked out well. When electrical got done, we also started working on our pallet wall. So the pallet wood, some of it my dad's able to find, some of it my cousin Alex, he has a pallet guy. I guess the pallets have a lot of sentimental value.
I've been using Benchmark Abrasives, 120 grit sanding disc, go right hook and loop onto my orbital sander. Here's a group that I've already done and got a first coat of water-based poly on it.
Clear coated some, painted some, kind of try to get a little artsy with it. I did about 1/3 of them as the painted one, so about roughly every third board I threw one of those painted or stained ones in. So I think it turned out pretty cool. You know, I wanted to do a barn beam light. I saw some cool ones on Etsy for a lot of money, but I thought maybe I could make one myself. I found an old beam down in our barn, so I thought, you know, if I screw it up, it's not gonna be a big deal. I used a router and just traced out the opening I needed and kind of worked my way around that and got it all routed out. I used a flap disc from Benchmark Abrasives again. I kind of love the look it gives because it does, you know, it kind of carves into the wood a little bit, makes it look like it was, you know, hand hewn by a pioneer. You know, I don't know how the pioneers did it because I need power tools. I couldn't have done it without it. I guess that's why they lived to only being 30, because they just worked themselves to death. Found a pulley, that pulley that's holding it all together. I found that in one of our sheds, so I just kind of cleaned that up a little bit. And then that rope, it looks pretty old, but I bought it from Home Depot. I don't know what people use that for, because it looks pretty dated, but I guess I used it, so I'll keep it on the shelves. You see that light? Got these lights here. So it definitely gets bright in here, which is ideal. I like light. So the ceiling was that shiplap look.
Making our own shiplap ceiling. We're doing the best we can. Got all these 1/2-inch plywood pieces ripped down to 8 inches. Shout out to Lowe's.
We cut a groove on either side of the plywood to get it all to fit together.
So shiplap is now being painted with basically primer that kind of gets all the knots out. Got my mom to work at that. About time she works.
And then got it all fit together and up there. And then we just painted it after we got done doing the texture stuff for sheetrock, just because we didn't want to have some marks or whatever. So we just painted that. That's why we were waiting to put the lights back in and put those lights in. So we have a new troubling development at the Red Shed. Something that's really been hampering a lot of our progress, and that's these biting horseflies. And they look like normal flies. They don't look like the huge ones that you see. So maybe they're not horseflies, I don't know, but they just bite me nonstop. They just feast on you while you're in there. So sometimes I just get so mad I just like have to stop for a while. But we also got this like interesting like spray, natural spray from the Amish. They say it helps keep horseflies away. So I've been spraying a lot of that. I'm not really even sure what's in it. Okay, so no red shed can be complete without a nice back deck. Overlooks kind of the great view for both morning and afternoon. Get a nice sunset. Most of the time it's in shade. Of course, not right now, but we have some nice shade tree that casts down on it. Put an outdoor light on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'll turn it on for you. As some bulb. So yeah, I think there's a lot of potential here. We're excited to be able to be out here. My friend John, great songwriter, I'd say. He wrote a Red Shed song.
This is the beginning of the new Red Shed theme song.
And of course he wanted to perform it at the Red Shed, so did I. We all just jammed out at the Red Shed once the back deck got done. What are the chords? Is that it? That doesn't sound right.
Try it again.
Shed redemption. It's a Red Shed redemption. Anyway.
I think you should say this is not it. We'll just cut to it.
I don't think this is it, but we did play it for you, and I want you to hear it. So we'll just cut to that right now. Red Shed Redemption, on location at the Red Shed, singing to the Red Shed. Here we go. Take 20 million.
This is the one.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Red Shed Redemption. Red Shed Redemption. It's Red Shed Redemption. Red Shed. I'm nearing the end, so you're kind of looking past and saying, all right, what else do I want to do with my life now that kind of quarantine's over? You're getting the Red Shed done, but it's kind of like the last couple weeks of school. You got finals coming up, and you need to be taking it seriously, but like you're kind of not, because you're super excited for like what the future holds. So that's where I'm at, and being able to live in it. So I think I just gotta, one of my friends in college always said, whenever we were doing something we didn't like, you just gotta put your hip waders on and wade through it. And I think that's where we're at in the Red Shed. We just gotta slap on those hip waders and just power through, because we don't have that much further to go.